Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Y'all, this story is quite sad. Look at what happened to our poor little mermaid. Halle Bailey claims that her baby daddy DDG put his hands on her and she had to file a restraining order against him, y'all. This is crazy. Now, I knew Halle and DDG had their issues. They broke up back in October of last year, and DDG blasted Halle for keeping him from seeing his son Halo. Now, the problem is DDG wanted to pop up and show up to her house and pick up his son whenever, but it doesn't work that way. They have to have a court-ordered visitation schedule in place. I mean, that will make the whole thing run smoother for them because it's clear that they want to be in their son's life, but they can't get along, so they need some mediation. But Halle has had enough with DDG. She first detailed an incident that happened back in January where he attacked her. She said DDG came over to pick up their son Halo and she tried to start a conversation about a child visitation schedule. And she says that as she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims that DDG grew agitated and he told her, "Get up out my car, B." He kept saying it repeatedly. Halle then said the baby was crying and she got nervous about leaving Halo with DDG in such an agitated state. And then they started wrestling. She says DDG pulled her hair and slammed her face on the steering wheel and chipped her tooth. Halle said that she was in pain and she was crying, but she still remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, and she told his family what happened. And after she left Halo with DDG's family, she was crying. She was hysterical. She saw that bruises were on her arm and her tooth was chipped. And she actually posted a video of her chipped tooth back in January, which was around the time the incident happened.
I chipped my tooth and I'm just a little nervous.
And she didn't say how she chipped her tooth, but now we know why she was at the dentist getting it treated. Now, Halle did provide some more details about the other incident she had with DDG. Back in March, he showed up at her home and entered without permission and went to her bedroom and texted a picture of her empty bed to her and said, "I know what you've been on, LOL." So he was accusing her of sleeping with another man, I guess because he saw her hanging out with her co-star from The Little Mermaid, Jonah. I don't know, that's just an assumption, but Halle thought it was really weird that he did that and she was creeped out. 4 days later, he came back to her house and exploded. Now, if you remember, Halle and their baby Halo were sick and DDG was mad because Halle wouldn't let him take Halo. And he went to the internet and said that Halle was keeping him from his son.
Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son.
He kind of painted this narrative to make it seem like she was just being a bitter baby mom and keeping him away from Halo, when in reality, she and Halo were actually sick with RSV.
Me and Halo are very sick. We have RSV.
But Halle said that when he came to the home, he got verbally abusive, he smashed her Ring camera, and he ran away with Halle's phone. And as he drove off, she said that DDG threw the phone out the window and yelled, "Go get it, B." So he was cutting up that day and he went to the internet and acted like the victim, but the whole time he was being a menace behind the scenes. And DDG has admitted that he has vandalized some of his ex's properties. So you can't say Halle is lying about this.
I've vandalized a few things before. Might have broke a phone or something. Broke a little TV or something like that.
DDG is very immature. He's very immature. And when he doesn't get his way, he easily gets agitated. And he's been getting agitated with Halle for a while because she's putting her foot down and setting boundaries. And he doesn't like that. He wants easy access to Halle because he feels like he's entitled to it. Since they have a son together, he feels like he could show up at her house anytime. He feels like he could ask to see their baby anytime he wants to and not realize that, wait a minute, she has her time with the child now. You have to wait your turn. But he doesn't like that. He's used to getting his way. And also, he doesn't like the idea of Halle being with somebody else. Now, there are rumors going around that Halle went on vacation with the R&B singer Brent Faiyaz, and she took her son Halo along. And that wasn't the case. Halle was actually celebrating Mother's Day with her sister Chloe and her son Halo, and they said that Brent was in Turks and Caicos with his real girlfriend, who is not Halle. But the blogs were making it seem like Halle was taking DDG's son away from him to go spend time with another man. And Halle presented these text messages where DDG confronted her about it, and he said, "This is foul, bet. You think you hurting my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have them. I'm on that same ish." DDG is unhinged. He is unhinged, and TMZ didn't show Halle's response to DDG, but they did say this is what she said to him. "Not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you are okay and feel better soon." So the judge did end up granting Halle a restraining order against DDG, and also the judge allowed Halle to take Halo with her while she films a movie in Italy for 2 months. And DDG also is not allowed to post or stream about Halle or their son Halo. So she got a win in court, a real big win. But honestly, it's just sad that it had to happen this way. It really is. And I feel bad for Halo. I really do. I feel bad for their son because I just don't see things getting much better between Halle and DDG. Honestly, I feel like the contention is going to grow so strong to the point that they start fighting over custody. And Halle will get full custody if that happens. And Halo, unfortunately, won't have his father present in his life like that. So I really do feel bad for Halo in that sense. But DDG has behaved in a way that has jeopardized his relationship with his son. And yeah, he loves his son and he tries to be a good father, but he can't be fighting with the child's mother in front of the child. Like, that is crazy. And I know that Halle isn't exactly perfect either. I mean, there are probably some things that she could do better to make their co-parenting relationship smoother. But at this point, I think that ship has sailed after DDG put his hands on her. And see, DDG has to realize Halle is not somebody he could really play with like that, especially in this industry. Halle is not just a regular girl. She's a brand. She has big connections. There are major companies that are invested in her career, and her team wants to protect that image. I wouldn't even be surprised if she was advised to keep receipts to build up this restraining order case, because DDG has been giving her havoc behind the scenes for a long time. And also he's been going out to the public and painting this narrative about her and ruining her reputation. And she can't win against that. She can't beat DDG at this whole social media game. So she had to take legal action. And so this right here is her first step. And this is why I say DDG should have never played with Halle. He was really out here putting his hands on the Little Mermaid, and he thought he was going to get away with it. Like, really? Come on now. He just ruined his standing in the industry, and he knows it too, because when the news hit the blogs that she filed a restraining order, he was kind of shook, and he knows that it's going to be hard for him to come back from this. And honestly, I wish Halle never got with DDG. I know a lot of people were telling her, "Girl, don't do it. This man don't like you. This man is jealous of you. He's trying to clout chase off of you." A lot of people warned her, but she didn't listen. She had to learn the hard way, and it is what it is. I mean, she has a beautiful child, so things happen for a reason, but I do think a lot of this mess could have been avoided if she just paid attention to those red flags. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.